What about now? Y'all couldn't hear me at all for no at all, or just now? Can you hear now? No, that's what it said. Still can't hear nothing. Okay. All right, hold on. Let me see what's going on here. Y'all can hear now. Okay. Y'all couldn't hear me the whole time, or y'all just couldn't hear me for a few seconds because I was trying to send something. Okay. I'm sitting over here replying. Okay, I was going back and forth with your with the chat. Essentially, I'm okay. What's up, Norma Hudson? I got your email. I think you had a request. I'll get back to you on that. So y'all couldn't hear me in the beginning. Now y'all can hear me. Okay, great. All right. I was going back and forth with you guys on the chat, and I was just saying a few things. I'll wait though, because essentially, look, I said spin that would be a doper. Oh, okay, you said it was mute for a second. Okay, yeah, I must have tapped something briefly. My apologies. I tapped something just briefly. So, yeah, I was saying that I would prefer spin that like a DJ to spin that versus spin that. Like that spin that song is a problem for the black community, and I'm gonna just I'm gonna keep it a bean. I could say hip hop community or whatever, but I'll get into black community right now. What up, Jack?
What it do?
Man, I see everybody is talking about this Young Miami record. And I wanted to say something because remember, I told you the first time I heard it was when I was in Atlanta. And I'm like, okay,
Yeah,
it's catchy. And then it just caught like wildfire. Where's she at? Like number two or something now? It was 37 a couple of weeks ago. Now she's
yeah. It was stuck in the 30s something, and then all of a sudden,
yeah. Diddy made some
that ain't
calls,
number
man.
pay. Let's just be honest. That ain't number payola. Like
Yeah,
I see. For me, the problem that I'm having is the fact that, like, I know what this is. I
yeah,
know how this game works. Records that are stagnant and still getting pushed out there don't just go from 30 something to number two with no real build and just a couple of appearances and some reels. And she's sitting there like 3 weeks ago, she was begging people, please play my record. I'm trying
yeah,
to get it up to
yeah.
we're at 46. I'm trying to get it to at least 32. And then she got to 32. Like nobody calls it out like that. That stuff doesn't happen like that. This is payola, period. They paid to push this record out there. They paid to make sure, and it's just I don't understand why people are sitting here fronting and pretending. Like the simple fact that Trashy K actually made a post congratulating her should have let everybody know. It should have let every the simple fact that she said no paid bots, no paid view. Like the simple fact that she said that lets you know that that's exactly what they did. Like whatever she
That's
says, it's going to be
they
the exact
whatever.
opposite.
It's the
And she's
opposite.
a blatant
Exactly.
liar.
Yeah.
Like
Anybody that believes that woman today got a problem, straight up.
I feel
Because,
bad for you. I feel bad for you.
but I also feel bad for the individuals. Okay, if you think the song is cute, is novelty, okay, all right. But do you understand how detrimental it is as far as what's really going on in America? They're talking about spin that. Now, one, I'm gonna
Number
tell you
one,
this one
that
thing.
number one, it's Witchcraft. It is
Oh
low
yeah, of course.
IQ witchcraft. That's not a song.
I
It's a chant.
I get it on the level, the low vibrational level of a stripper song. I get it. It's gonna work well in the strip club. I can the visuals of dudes doing this. I see that. But that's very low vibrational. The rest of America, especially black America, I mean, I don't like running
Let's
on
be clear.
statistics.
Everybody's broke. This whole country's broke. Even the rich people, the so called rich people, are broke. So, what you're actually doing is you're teasing people who are poor, who don't have, who want to be able to go out looking good and can't afford to buy it. You're teasing them. Go on ahead, steal you something, and then spin that. Do it real fast. Spin it
Yep.
real fast. They won't even know. They won't even know. If you get it and you flip it fast enough, and you go out and you have you a good time. Like
Nah,
they're
it's
sitting
a
there. So
it, you hit the nail on the head. It's a problem economically. Back day, and I was basically about to say like I didn't want to go like I don't like the I don't like statistics. Not that I don't understand them, but a lot of them be rooted in straight, racism. Let's just keep it a buck. But I think before, well, let's say during the time of segregation and the black wealth, I think 90% of black Americans were like, destitute for the most part in poverty. And then as the
mm,
country, progressed, got a little bit better, etc. Especially in the 70s, but we'll talk about that 60s and 70s. Um, and then then we got the 80s with the Huxtables and stuff like that. I think the poverty level for black communities is around 25%. What's around 25% now? Um, Now you really got to take account of what poverty level means, and just like what you said about people poor or people broke. Let's just say it like that. Poverty is one thing. Poverty is y'all know what impoverished neighborhoods look like, right? Um, what's even worse though is a poverty mindset, right? Because this song will put a person who has a poverty mindset into some real problems and then even in jail, like you said, Jag. Because what was the situation? There were some young ladies that went and stole some merchandise, right? And then they went on IG and they
it
were
was either IG or TikTok. They went
or
on there and they
TikTok.
got on. They got on there and they playing the Young Miami song in the backdrop where all of my scammers at, and they having a good time and they showing off. And boy, guess what? The cops located them and came and took their asses to jail.
This is
And
this is
rightfully
the
so.
level. This is the level of law. Jag, you not gonna hold on. Before I even go there,
Wait a minute.
why am
Before
I
you
looking?
go
Wait,
anywhere,
hold on.
what?
Why am I looking at Wheel of Fortune and Rick Ross is on here?
Lord Jesus.
I'm not lying. It's Rick Ross. Rick Ross is this nigga. Rick Ross is. Hold on. See this
I don't
this is
know
the
who
level.
for.
This is where we're at. This is where we're at in America,
Well, he
where
trying to get his own
celebrities.
fix.
He's trying to get that money to get that jet. Like Rick Ross is literally on. I'm not lying, y'all. I don't know what channel y'all are. Let's Rick Ross. Hold on. Oh, damn, and look at this stone face looking. Why now? Why this thing don't want to work? You see how this work? You see it? This is the devil. I swear. He said, "Can he have a D?" He literally just asked for some D.
I bet.
Rick Ross was like, "Can I have a D?" Hold on. Why this thing ain't? I swear to God, this is the devil, yo.
Lord.
This fat ninja, this fat boy, like this is funny. Rick Ross is on Wheel of Fortune. I thought I'd never see the day. We're talking about broke rappers, broke a broken community. Let's just say it like that, right? And I just happened to look up, and Rick Ross, he got $13,500. He done made off of Wheel of Fortune.
Spin that wheel. Spin that
Spin
wheel.
that,
Spin that wheel.
spin that. That's hilarious. Wow. Maybe
Huh?
is it not doing it because of this? I don't know. This
Can
thing
I
is tripping,
ask? Can
man.
I ask a question though? Cause see, there was somebody that just got blocked and banned up out of here, and I just
Oh,
want to know
okay.
something. Why is the first insult that all of these weirdos come up with? It's always accusing somebody being on drugs.
That wishful thinking or projecting, like
No,
that's
I
really what
just
it
no.
is.
My thing is I just don't understand it. Like, why is that the first? Oh, you on drugs? So is your mama. Most likely, and it's funny
Yeah.
because you and I, stone sober.
Sober as a gopher.
I'm just like, don't nobody look like they on drugs. Don't nobody act like they on drugs. Don't nobody talk like they on drugs. You on drugs? You on drugs? You on drugs? Like it's
All
wild.
right. Yeah, let these weirdos. I mean, I'm whoever blocked or I didn't see that, but I mean,
Cat caught it.
weirdos gonna be weird. Good looking cat. Cat be on it. Shout out to cat. Weirdos just gonna be weirdo, and that's it. I guess that's really what it is. Look,
It's so funny. I've been having people accusing me of being on drugs for I don't know how long. And yet, you wanna know what's funny? I was forced to go to the hospital for all kinds of things. I was forced to go to jail for all kinds of things. They did all kinds of testing on me, all kinds of everything. Salute, Lehigh.
thank you. Yeah, Lehigh, thank
Everything.
you.
And guess
What's
what?
up, Never Your Angel?
They, they never found anything in my system other than THC. And what's even weirder than that is you won't even find nicotine in my system now. I'm like, man, what world are we living in? The more sober you get, the more you get accused of. Meanwhile, all of their favorite artists run around playing in pink powder, muling stuff from state to state, getting ran through by a bunch of weirdos. And that's who you look up to. Where's
Well, that's the
spinning?
thing. That's what I was
Spinning.
about to say. That's the thing with this young Miami chick. She literally was a D rug user or a D rug. She was moving the stuff around for Diddy, right?
She was doing it all. She was playing in that powder and she was throwing that pixie dust around. She was taking it from state to state. She was getting on a plane and bringing it wherever Big Daddy needed. I'm sorry. Can we call him Big Daddy?
We ain't. I don't. You speaking French, I guess, because I'll never call that nothing.
No,
He ain't big nothing.
honey, I
You
understand.
speaking French?
I'm
That
just,
ninja, he
I'm
that
just
boy.
saying. I find it funny. I find it funny. This is a whole D-Rug mule. This is a whole prosty. This is a whole. I tell people that I got peed on to go viral. This is like this child is the worst of everything. Come from the worst of everything, and people want to sit there and act like it's just weird to me. They glorify all of the perverts and the weirdos and the addicts and the just they praise these people, but decent people they want to sit there and they want to blame them for being a bunch of stuff that they're not. It's crazy.
Let's move beyond whatever that weirdo said. We ain't even got. We good. We got
Oh
it.
no, yeah, let's move. Let's move. When you move, I move just like that.
The um the problem with this song, man, just
Oh,
like you mentioned,
absolutely
I got
right.
off track by seeing Rick Ross on Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah, see,
You
that's
can't
what
make
happened.
this
He
up.
took us down a bad road.
That you can't make this up. I saw his fat ass on Wheel of Fortune. That was funny. But before I saw Rick Ross on Wheel of Fortune, and he's spinning right now. He's spinning it. He's spin that. Spin that. Spin that, Ricky. Go ahead. Spin it, Ricky. Spin it. What you got, Ricky? What you got? Can I have a
Pat,
C? He
Pat,
want to see these.
you know what?
Yo, Rick Ross.
Why don't you turn off Wheel of Fortune? It's distracting you.
Yeah, it is because that this is funny. Rick Ross was just like you said about celebrities being broke. Rick Ross was sitting over here talking about he's putting his private jet. He's getting it installed Starlink, but then
Yeah.
they're saying that he's selling some other properties that he had. Um, so I see why he would have to hit up Wheel of Fortune.
Can't
Hey,
say Jack.
yeah. Well, it's actually not Pat, but that's actually Ryan Seacrest now. It's him.
Can't say Jack. Retired.
Yeah. What are you talking about?
See, that goes to show you how long this
Wait,
man
hold
been.
on. Let me make sure. Let me make sure because I might be tripping. It might be Jeopardy is Seacrest. No, Seacrest is here too. Who's on Jeopardy? I think Seacrest is as well. Seacrest got all the jobs. I ain't mad. See, they keep you working. Seacrest stay working.
He that boy.
Now,
He that boy.
right, he's there like the Dick Clark. Celebrity
He
Wheel of
that
Fortune,
boy.
y'all. Rick Ross. Rick Ross, he needs that fortune. But a lot. Look,
But
let
you
me let
know
me tell
what?
you this.
He used to be what is it, MTV, so
Uh huh. Same family. Got
yeah,
it.
yeah, him and Rick, you know.
But let's get back on track.
Yeah, cause you
If
sitting
Rick
over here,
Ross,
you keep taking us. Turn off.
okay.
Turn it off.
So again,
I'm gonna do my. Let me do
if
my Teddy
Rick
Pendergrass. Turn it off. Okay, I did the Teddy.
if Rick Ross is doing what he's doing, so spin that. That's another psyop, if you ask me, as far as the song, because peep the game. These songs, that song ain't gonna do nothing but send a lot of young people to jail. And it's unfortunate because I did have this green screen and I did want to show something. Okay, now it wants to work good. This is this is what's going on today in LA right here. And
Uh-huh.
I guess it still don't want to work. This thing is tripping. Okay, look, this is what's going on in LA today.
Uh-huh.
There's the human traffic lighting, sweeps that are going on. This
Yeah,
happens
I
off 100.
go ahead. I'm listening.
No, 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 no. You go ahead.
I wasn't saying nothing. I was like, yeah, I heard.
Okay, so all this stuff that's going on in LA because just it's not just LA. LA is just a microcosm of what's really going on around the country, especially with the young black individual. Even let's just not even black. Let's just go with just say white. Look,
Young
jobs are
people.
not job. jobs are not jobbing. Jobs are not hiring. Every like 2 out of 3 postings that you see for a job today are like ghost jobs. Like these are just the jobs that these companies have to put up in order to like get government subsidies or it's all political. It's all it's for numbers. Now, spin that is a problem in this economy because look, you're gonna send a lot more young people to go do illegal or immoral things to get money. So let's take this for instance. Well, this whole operation was look, this whole operation was just when I say illegal, immoral, they were taking this is all the same hood with the alleged Nova situation, right? Um,
Uh-huh.
what
Oh,
it
by the way, you
is
know she missing, right?
what I heard. I don't know. I heard, but the
Yeah, she
same
missing.
hood the same hood that's responsible. And I did a live about this long time ago about that whole corridor, the neighborhood, the Hoovers, and I told y'all the history. If you don't know, like most of these gangs used to get down, they used to make money. Like if you were from a gang in LA and you didn't have a job, your source of income would be okay. You could sell weed. Every hood has somebody that was selling weed, or if you were selling the other stuff, the white or whatever. Like when the Mexican mafia and um, the let's just say the white supremacists, what do you call those people? Anyway, they clicked up and was like, these black gangs, we ain't supplying them no drugs because don't nobody got a direct connect to get any kind of dope like how they used to, like Freeway Rick Ross had. You speaking of Rick Ross, nowadays these brothers who are in these gangs, they're getting money, they're getting their product from other Mexican mafia,
Cartel.
government, law enforcement. That's what right. They ain't got the direct connect. So in the early 2000s, they cut off the supply, especially like to the Hoovers. Don't get these ninjas nothing. They were out there trying to sell what's that stuff? The meth, right? They were out there doing that, and then they went to like straight pimping,
Yeah.
right? Because you if you're in a gang, you're supposed to get something out of it. And if you
Yeah.
can't make no money, then what are you in this gang for? So these are the Hoovers.
To look
They're one of
cool.
the biggest gangs. They're one of the biggest gangs in LA, and shoot, I guess even in the country as well, right? This is how they made their money through pimping, basically. And now
Yeah.
the feds,
You know,
the
that
feds.
flesh, that flesh trade.
I mean, their hood. Everywhere you touch their hood, you got Figueroa, which is right there next to
The
the
way
110
it's
freeway.
looking, the way it's looking, that's the American way.
So a lot of these kids, and the thing is they were uh, trafficked to they were doing foster youth that would run away. So
Yep.
I don't like that. I don't 14, 15-year olds stuff like that. That ain't cool. Um, now if grown woman is a grown woman, but still, long story short, you shouldn't resort to doing anything illegal or immoral. This is what they were doing. This is both. Now I'm gonna tell y'all what was going on. What you were mentioning about the young ladies who went and got caught up. The facial recognition on pretty much all these surveillance cameras is real,
Yeah.
right? Like even if you don't have an ID on you. So just FYI, if you have like an ID, especially like a real ID, it likely has some RFID identification in it. So if you go anywhere, for the most part, they can track who you are because most people they said they programmed us from, especially young black men. They said, "Oh, go get your ID." That was all crap to get you in the system. They would track
Oh,
you.
I just came up with a great idea for a answer. to Young Miami's hit record.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. What you got?
We can dedicate it to Palantir, and we do a thing. Every breath you, every beg you take, every store you, every law you break. We can do that.
That's
I'll be watching you.
yep. Because that is
No,
what's
you
going
get
on.
it. No, but do you get it? Because Diddy used
Yeah, of
it.
course. No, I got you. I got you. I got you. He still got to pay Sting for that. He still got to pay Sting for that forever.
we,
Like
we,
he didn't even
we
clear
could
it.
do, yo, we could do that and dedicate the rap to Palantir because all her song is doing is getting these niggas ready for Palantir to come through and line their asses up.
Well,
Yes.
what I'm saying is, Young
Uh,
Miami may have lined her. She may have lined her pockets up by pushing this propaganda because that's what's going to end up happening. You're going to have a lot more people taking chances, risking. I thought of a song in Dub C. Shout out to Dub C. He had a song back day on the Shadiest called "It's All Bad," and if you listen to that song, he's telling you like the issues that you could actually have if you do illegal, immoral things. So
mm,
Dub C, gangster rapper for sure. You know, one of like Dub C is Dub C. I got much respect for Dub. Now, y'all can say what y'all want to say about gangster rappers or so-called reality rap, right? Or so-called gangster rappers, reality rappers. But when I listen to his album, The Shadiest, in one of the longest songs, the last song, one of the last songs he had, is "It's All Bad."
yeah.
That song was like, don't do. It was like, don't listen to what happened in this story. Don't do this.
I mean, we had a
So
song like that back in the 80s, Slick Rick, called A Children's Story. It's so
that too.
interesting that it was called A Children's Story because it was geared to the youth to get them to understand what happens when you take the wrong path. And he talked about all of the street stuff, but what he did was is he narrated. Once upon a time, not long ago, where people wore pajamas and lived life slow. Laws were stern and justice stood, and people were behaving like they ought to. Yeah.
Good. Yep.
The little boy, and he was misled by another little boy, and here's what he said. Me and you, kid, we gonna make. They did the job. Money came with ease, but one couldn't stop. It's like he had a disease. He robbed another, and a sister and a brother. Tried to rob a man that was a DT undercover.
Hmm.
I'm just saying. Ooh.
There were
That was a summer hit.
messages.
That was a summer hit record.
Yeah, and it's not it lived beyond the summer because it became what it became.
Chef Mila was just dancing to it not long ago before she got busted in court.
So
You know that's
what?
what she was dancing to in that video, right?
No, I didn't know that.
That's what she was dancing to, a children's story. In
That's
her onesie.
hilarious. Wow. But no, these guys in this photo, whatever I'm showing you right here. Now, don't think when the feds get in, because this was a federal stuff, a federal human traffic sting, and they even got the hotel manager in it. It's like he
Oh,
looked out of place. You see
oh, that's
all these
serious.
ninjas, and they got all their gang names. Oh no, I thought they had their gang names. They actually got like their last names. And yeah, you just see this. here. It's like just you see all these, black names, Robinson, Phillips, Evans, uh, Young, Harris. These is ninjas, and you got this one dude who just sticks out like a sore thumb. He looked like he Middle Eastern or something. He's like a hotel manager. Now
Hmm.
they didn't charge the hotel manager, but he is under investigation because they said he was, lying about the books and stuff like that. Like there's a tax when it comes to occupancy with hotels in LA, and you got to pay for every occupancy. Like, every month, okay, you got 600 people, okay, you got to pay that
I mean,
tax.
so you're right.
But
But does it really count when it's going by the hour?
I don't know. You got to ask Ahia. But what you got to understand is this. The feds ain't coming just off some he say she say they gonna get somebody to snitch.
Oh
They
no,
got they got
surveillance.
flock camera. Yeah, they got flock cameras. They've been tracking these dudes for some time now. Trust
Weeks,
me,
maybe months.
maybe months. Right. So the thing is spin that ain't doing nothing but getting these youngsters to think about temporary gain when you're gonna end up maybe 3 to 5, 7 years over something stupid like these. The human sting thing is that ain't no that you doing some time. They not playing with that
Retail,
charge.
retail theft in impoverished areas amongst women of color. Those numbers are steady. They're just gonna go up.
Yeah,
They're just gonna go up. I can guarantee you right now. You probably got a good 50 girls getting booked in the Cook County in Chicago right now, courtesy of that song. See, people really don't understand how this works. Rappers were meant to seduce and lull society into wanting to commit crime, to be cool and all of that, and for financial gain, just so that they could fill the prisons. Did nobody not listen to anything? Does our content not make it out there when we talked about the meeting that Clive Davis had at his house? It was confirmed that Clive Davis had a meeting at his house with all of the rappers on what they were supposed to be doing with rap music to fill up the penitentiaries. Is everybody forgetting that she's a rapper? And is everybody forgetting who her man is? Her man was the head ninja in charge who made sure that them prisons kept getting filled up. She was just there in New York. They said she went to the prison to go visit him. She probably getting her orders.
she probably did. And mind you, now she's on the new Uptown,
The
and
new
like you
up to
said,
no rap.
up to no good. How about that? We gonna call it not Uptown, but up to no good. Up to
Andre
no good.
Harrell is rolling over in his grave.
Yep. So she probably went to Diddy, and remember I did the whole little thing about Young Miami visiting Diddy in jail. Diddy
Hmm.
supposedly still got the weight out here in these streets, right? So she probably said, "Hey, Daddy, do me a favor. This song can we get into the
What do you
spins?
mean,
Get the
Daddy, do
spins.
me a favor? What do you mean, Daddy, do me a favor? You mean he
That's
said, I need you to get back to work? I can't keep covering these bills. Bitch, you need to get back to work. I already talked to my people. Whoopty whoopty whoop. They bringing the label back. It's time for you to get signed. It's time for you to get back to work. That wasn't her idea.
hmm,
This ain't her idea. She gotta get back to work. Is nobody paying attention to the fact that two of Diddy's number one loyal girls are out here in media making monkey ass fools of themselves? Her and do you think it's a coincidence that Daphne Joy that tape came out?
yeah, nah, nah.
And then she's running around doing interviews when everybody knows who and what she is. And now all of a sudden, they're trying to get it all warmed up for when he comes home. People are not understanding. She put this song out. Her next single is a sample of one of his records. He's got his stable working.
Mm, got you.
He's been covering their bills. He's running through cash. He's got more lawsuits coming. These hoes gotta get to work.
Mm, okay, I hear that perspective, and you're quite could possibly be right because
This
that's what
ain't
makes
gonna
sense.
lie. That goofy Islam, you think Islam got a master plan?
Nah. What's up, Teresa Sings? Let me say
And
what's up to everybody.
I guarantee you, she ain't even write that shit. I guarantee you, her name is just on it. I bet you dollars to donuts. I bet you dollars to donuts. This nigga's been working on this, trying to get this together,
Yeah.
trying to make
Now,
this happen.
now, Diddy got a whole lot of other stuff that he needs to be worried about. I really don't think he's going to be out in 2020 2028.
And if you pray to the Lord and if you pray to the Lord, He's gonna make it happen. Make it happen.
Yeah, somebody said Nazzy Star said she or he or she couldn't believe listen to the song associated with Diddy. You need to cleanse your energy. For me, thanks for the info, Jay. Rap music, I didn't realize I gotta keep learning and listening. All these songs will sleep if you listen to them and you live by them. They'll sleep. You'll be sleepwalking yourself to jail. You'll be sleepwalking yourself into a prison, um, somebody's prison complex,
They
and
got a whole brigade of people out there that are promoting this record. I watched it. You want to know what was wild? Looking at India Irie get looped in to this so that they could even use her name to create hype around
yeah,
this record.
yeah.
It's sad. The truth is, if she wasn't ready to go hard, no disrespect to India, she just should have shut the fuck up. Okay?
I
Because
mean,
see,
she made valid points about
made
black
valid
people,
points.
or she
Anybody can
made
make a
valid
valid
points
damn
on
point. If you ain't ready to go
Jag.
to the mat for it,
She got a voice, so at least she said something, and she's right. You can't wake you ain't finna wake these people up. I at least give her that. She at least was on some. Hey, yeah, I don't know what to do, but I get you though too, because it's like she could have just shut up, but she kind of lightweight promoted it. Even us
no,
mentioning it that
that
one
that's
time.
my that's my point. She didn't even pay attention to the fact that she actually made it worse. She actually made it an intellectual conversation
How?
because of who she is. Because now they have people from a completely different market and from a completely different vantage point talking about this to defend India.
Okay, got you.
Now you got the ratchet versus the smart kids. And guess what? The smart kids ain't going to win against the ratchet because the ratchet outnumber them 8 or 10 to 1. Not only that, the people that these intellectuals are going up against, not only are they fucking stupid, but they're 15 to 20 years younger than the people. So all they got to do is say, y'all a bunch of old motherfuckers and we ain't got to listen to y'all. Y'all boring. It's
Nah,
pointless.
nah,
It's
you
pointless.
right. I remember when I can't remember who it was, but this one song that came out and it was just like, um, I'll say one of my sisters was ratchet, right? You know, not my oldest sister, my blood older sister. I got some sisters that are just ratchet and not low vibration. Let's just say it like that, right? The song was popular, and I was just like, it's trash. This years ago. I forget exactly what song. Well, it's making money. At least it's making money. I was like, okay. So that is the mindset of certain
That's the
individuals.
mindset. But not only that, now these young people have an excuse to go up against their elders and be disrespectful. See, it's encouraging all the wrong things. See, the one thing that I've learned when it comes to this whole social media thing is that if you're going to throw yourself into a pop culture argument, you better be ready to go hard body against pop culture. I saw it. When I saw Ticket TV come and do a live, India Ivory has come to the internet against Young Miami and she's calling for a boycott. I'm like, no, she didn't. She jumped on someone's post on X. It wasn't even her post. She didn't even post the shit from her account, which is why I say it was some cowardly fucking lying bullshit. For real, for real, because you jumped off and you jumped off in somebody else's comments where you can't control or navigate the conversation and how it's used and how it's going to be done. So then all of the blogs go, oh yeah, India Ari. And so what did they do? They know that they saw the fucking post. They know she didn't call for the boycott. Somebody else called for the boycott, but because she opened her mouth about it, they got to use her name and they got to lie, which did what? It forced her to come back out and do what? Bow
Retract what
down.
she said, or
Bow down.
she bowed. How did she bow down?
She fucking bowed down. Because if you looked at the post that I told you that I jumped into on Instagram, what was it? Something about black
Well,
culture is lit or black
yeah,
music is lit,
I
something
was trying to
like that.
I was trying to find it. You said you tagged me and I couldn't even find it. Let me see if I can
Like I
find it
said,
again. Hold on.
anyway, there was a lot of people in those comments. Maybe it got pushed all the way down. Maybe it got hidden. It could have got hidden because I went so fucking hard it didn't even make any sense. That's okay. I screenshotted it. So if I need to, I
Okay.
can just say it on my channel. Um, but anyway, she came forward and said, no, it wasn't me that was calling for the boycott. I didn't ask anybody to boycott anything. I just shared the sentiment that I was disappointed.
Well, the thing is now, yeah, you're right. Now she's on some bug
It
dancing,
makes her
backtracking because
look
she,
like a punk bitch.
yeah, she could have just been straight up like, you know what?
And and
I'm
and
me
and
myself.
what did it do? And what did it do? It gave Young Miami that in and all of her fans that in like, well, bitch, ain't nobody asked you no way. When's the last time you had a hit record?
Well, in my from where I'm coming from, she should have been the vanguard to be like, you know what, this is some bullshit. Let's not support this shit. I'm gonna say it like this: let's not support this shit. If you hear a DJ playing this shit, tell him to turn this shit off. We shouldn't be supporting this shit. She should have been the vanguard to do that. But I know I got you. She still gotta survive in this industry, so therefore
No,
she
she
still
don't.
gotta.
No, she don't. Who the fuck give a fuck about India for real, for real? She's worried about the hope of these niggas still showing her some respect after all of these years. Clive put her
Well,
on the block. Clive put her on the block as food, and she has remained food.
well, that's what I was referring to. She still would have to capitulate to industry. She can't jump out and be like boycott or because that just goes against. That's what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm
I
saying.
hear what you saying, and guess what? Then if that's what you worried about, you should have shut the fuck up then. You ain't had to type that shit. You could have said that shit in your living room while you was drinking, singing your old records, waiting to see who was going to book you on a gig. Like the one thing our
So
generation can't afford to be is a bunch of punk ass bitches. And we cannot afford to let these little demon babies son us at any turn.
true.
That's exactly what she did. And she let them use her name for clicks and views and thumbs. India Irie. claps back at Young Miami and the BET Awards. India Ari. She ain't even say none of this shit. She wasn't even nowhere near it. But she should know by now. She should even know by even her should know by now. If you don't know the game by now, you should learn how to shut the fuck up. Ooh.
Well, I got you. So she being
She made it
in
worse.
opposition of the song
She made
tacitly
it worse.
promoted the shit. Yeah, and made
Yeah.
it. Well, I got you. I
And
got you.
let them use her name that ain't never in no thumbnails, her name that ain't never in no clicks and views, and now the game got to use that too and son the fuck out of her and shut her the fuck up. She actually made my job harder. No, thank you, bitch. Like, come on. Our generation has to be smarter. We have to be smarter. Half of them niggas got videos now with 50,000 views, 100,000 views. India Ari claps back. She did none such a thing. And that was her opportunity to run and say, you know what? There was a producer named Carvin Hagens from Philadelphia back in the day, and he had a campaign called Rage Against the Ratchet. I want to bring that back.
Hmm.
She could have did so much.
No, no, no. You're right.
She could
That's what
have
I'm saying. She could have been. She could have been the vanguard to really be on some like,
punked the
let's
fuck
not
out, just
support
like
this shit.
cause she a punk. She a punk.
Yeah, I know. I got you. I was at least giving. I just from the standpoint of at least saying something. But you now, I that perspective. I got you.
If
And
you
you're
gonna
right. It don't
say
because it only
something,
makes sense.
if you gonna say something, say something. And if you gonna run it, then run it. And if you gonna stand up, then you better be prepared to go 10 toes down. We are not in the day and age where motherfuckers can be trite and mild and mousy.
Yeah, yeah,
Don't nobody even remember your fucking music. And I guarantee you it's not gonna help her with her streams. And don't forget, she walked away from Spotify a couple years back because of, the bullshit over there. And she denied her music to be cataloged on that shit. And so you ain't helping nothing. You ain't helping the cause, you ain't helping the movement, and you damn sure ain't help yourself. But you did help a bunch of internet trolls make some bread, because some of them are gonna make up to 1,000, maybe even $5,000 off of her cowardice.
yeah. Nah, I
Thank
got you.
you.
You got to
Thank you for
you
your
got to stand.
contribution. Thank you
You
for
got to
your
stand on
contribution
it.
to the game. Thank you
If
for
you
your
if you're going
contribution to the game.
if you're gonna say something and don't pussyfoot, stand on it. And yeah.
For
Now,
instance, that whole idea to boycott the Roots picnic, that wasn't my idea. That
no,
wasn't my idea.
somebody
That was one
came.
of them barbs.
Yeah.
That was one of them
Hmm.
barbs over there. And guess what? I was like, no, it wasn't my idea. But why not? Why aren't we?
Right.
Why aren't we boycotting it? You know what? I think that's a great idea. Who gonna stand on it? See, that's what you do. I could have been like, oh no, I never said that. I didn't say boycott Jay-Z and the Roots. All I just said was I think it's kind of whack. I didn't do that. I was like, no, it wasn't my idea, but it's a great idea. Who gonna do it?
Nah. Yeah. Let boycott that shit. Yep.
What we doing?
All right.
Like, get into the
So
conversation. Punk
so here we
ass.
go. Let me do this
She
because
ain't
I wanted
number
to run
but
this too.
algorithm ain't number algorithm food.
Jag. Let's move forward.
I am.
The lyrics to spin that is
You
number
know
one
why
is
I'm really
trash.
mad though. You know why I'm really mad though.
No, why you mad?
because not only did she do that, they had Free turn around and come back and stand up for the record
Oh,
and dismiss her.
oh yeah,
And
yeah,
then
yeah, yeah, yeah.
shout out at the end, yo, Young Miami, can I get on that remix?
Yeah, that's see.
And she's from our generation. Like, they really made our generation, them two hoes made our generation look bad as fuck.
Yeah, hopping on like the remix. Come on, like there should even this shouldn't even go for like it should have died. It should have been dead in the water. This song.
No, once again, it's one thing for Cardi B to be like, yo, let me get on the remix. But for Free,
Yeah,
bitch,
that
you
would be
too
like
old to
Lauren.
be singing no shit like this.
Yeah, I
You
was about to say
too old. You too
that'd be
old to
like
be
Lauren.
singing about shoplifting.
That'd be like Lauren
Especially after he
Hill
just got
saying,
that money from Mr. Carter to shut the fuck up about his baby, allegedly. Dummy. I'm sorry.
"Yeah, no, that's a bad look for her to." And the thing is, yeah, that don't even fit her demographic. It shouldn't. Like, how could she relate to that? That's the thing. Like,
Hmm.
like I said, the hook is where are my scamming ass ninjas at? Spending that money fast, 20, 50, hundreds cash. Boy, going that go yard bag. So I don't know what a go yard bag is.
It's a
I
French luxury bag that's made allegedly in France. It's supposed to be exclusive. They cost anywhere from $2,500 to $7,500. Basically, it's just like a competitor of Louis Vuitton.
so the problem with that is you got an expensive bag and you're
And you still
boosting, you're
steal it.
stealing, and you're stealing. So did you steal that bag or did you go pay
No, you ain't
that
stealing no go
French?
yard bag.
Did
You
you
pay for
listen?
that.
Did you steal? Did you? Yeah, you're going to go give these French designers all of your money to go
That
steal.
you put your freedom in your life on the line for.
So obviously she's getting paid by this Goyard. I've never heard of
Yeah.
Goyard. This is okay.
Listen to me. The
So
go yard bag, that's that pink bag that Stefan Diggs was walking around with in his little midriff.
okay, how cute.
So
Okay,
clearly, don't
so
forget that song came out around the same time he was running around with that bag.
yeah, it's product
Clearly, that
placement.
company is promotion.
Yeah, it's product placement. That's what I was saying. I get it. Product placement. So and it says boosting bitches where y'all at, stuffing that shit in your bag just to flip it, pop some tags. Girl going that Goyard bag. So again, they're promoting this brand. You know when hip hop gets in the brand, like my Adidas, my
Yep.
Adidas. Oops, I meant to say troops. Psych. It's all about nights. That's what we used to say. That was like fourth
And then they
grade.
came up
But
with the
yeah,
acronym for it. All day I dream
all
about
day.
SEX.
Yeah, all day I dream about spitting. That's what Razzcast had. So shout out to him. He actually got an album called Adidas. All day I dream about spitting, which is dope. Um, but no, when you start branding stuff with the hip hop community, usually it's a reason. It's I think the Adidas thing just came out of it was a fluke. I think they ended up
Was it?
getting a
Russell,
deal.
don't forget that was Russell Simmons' brainchild. Was it a fluke?
Well, do you believe the truth the story the cover story of they just did the song and then Adidas came or was it the other way around?
No, I don't believe that. I believe that's exactly what the publicist that Russell Simmons hired told them to say
And
in the interview. And not only that, don't forget, I know DMC never really spent a lot of time, but I used to see DMC down Miami. He told us that whole story was fake. Russell had the whole thing squared away. He had the whole deal set up, but they couldn't figure out how to get it without making it look like hip hop was becoming pretentious and corporatized. So they lied.
uh
So they
got it.
lied.
Damn. Got it. Well, the funny thing is in the irony, Adidas being a German company.
Exactly.
So, okay, damn. Well, see, that's why, like I said, history, a group of lies agreed upon. That's why I do research. And I know a lot of brothers on the East Coast are probably hating on me for setting the West, but I literally was just like, yo, I don't believe the popular narrative, and let me show y'all my evidence. And I went and found the guy, and he rarely did interviews, but he sat down and did an interview with me briefly. And yeah, like we can't be when they tell the story, it is almost like some, okay, prove it. Like we got to be on that type of time right now. Like prove it, prove it. Go back to the branding and all that or whatever. And these lyrics. Well, no, yeah, the lyrics are horrible. Lyrics are whack as all hell, and that's what stuck out to me is the branding, but also just
Yeah.
they talking about stuff your bag and this and that. What I'm trying to tell y'all from a technology side of the game, the facial recognition is on, meaning they have program. They've been at a program back they call like Pim Eyes, and you could just run it like a picture of someone, and it will scour the internet. It was like Chat GTP before Chat GTP was Chat GTP, and you could put a picture of someone like, who is this, and it'll give you everything, social media or even the damn people they kind of look like. This is years ago. I worked for a company that was like really testing and pushing the whole facial recognition stuff way back in like 2013, 2014. They were, and it's on steroids now. So if you go into a store and you rack, or you go and boosting and all that or whatever, trust and believe. Just like I said with these young cats who are on the screen here, they
You
have the
are
flock
being
cameras.
recorded.
They're, everything that you stole, it ain't gonna be nothing but a ledger. Okay, when you get to 100 or 10,000, they're gonna come get you, take you to the back, and okay, you done stole this. We got them all right here. You going to jail,
Yeah.
and you gotta
And
fight. You
like
gotta
when they
fight that.
finally got a felony, they don't want. They ain't trying to get no misdemeanor or probation.
They
They
getting you
want a
for
felony.
grand larceny, not grand larceny, like 10K, 15, 50K. Yeah, just like the trolls. Like side note, just like the trolls, they sitting over here doing these little. I'm gonna do my big one. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna dox this person. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna do, and then put hide your stuff and think you're getting away. No, you're not getting away. Y'all not. Yeah, it ain't happening like that no more. And they're going back and they're getting all of y'all. They're getting it. So what I'm saying is, crime don't pay. Spitting that is like on some crime pay. These kids are dumb and impressionable. I hate to say it like that. They're smart in certain aspects, but they're completely oblivious to a lot of other things, and they don't get it. So even going out there to those takeovers and stuff like that, don't think that that's like you're not being surveilled. Everybody that goes to those take those you know what a takeover. When they take over an intersection and just do donuts and do it's like a coordinated thing.
They're watching everything.
They're monitoring
They
everything.
got it on camera.
They got not only that, the cell phone towers, the cameras, the cell phone towers, all like they got all that. So who was all
God
there,
help you if there's a couple Teslas around.
or Waymo will drive by? Yeah,
You want to know
that's
what's
but
sad
that's the
about these children? They're
what was
intelligent
that?
when it comes to navigating technology, but they don't have no common sense. And not only that, they've been desensitized. Don't forget, Grand Theft Auto is a game about stealing. The
Yeah,
dopamine is
right.
attached. So the same feeling that they get when they're playing Grand Theft Auto already kicks into motion.
No, you're right. Hmm. You're right.
Dopamine on fleek. Wow. Some
Yeah,
goofy
but
sitting there in India's on that post with India. Like she had like 300 and some odd comments, and 90% of them was clowning her. They was like, how you going to but you follow white racist people though. But you why you even listening? If you don't like it, don't listen. This ain't for you, Granny. They talking all kinds of shit. And she ain't even getting with them. She ain't even getting with them. They just running down on her, and a few intelligent souls are coming through trying to defend her in the comments. While she getting killed in them comments. So much for speaking up. They just made an example out of her and then they tapped in Free, who's in the same age group from the same generation, who was on television, who was a part of, rap culture with 106 and Park and on television, boo, boo, boo. And she asking to be in the track and talking about, yeah, there's some people that like it and there's some people that don't, but it's a lot more people that like it than don't. Like, oh God, it made me cringe.
nah, that's the problem. But that's the problem. That's what I'm trying to
I'm
say.
like,
It's
you
like,
look thirsty. You look thirsty. Hey, yo, young Miami, let me get on that remix. Like, there's no way that in no world should Free and Cardi B be asking to get on the same track.
not at all.
She ain't thinking about what it really looked like. She thinking about getting on a hit record and getting her name out there, hoping to put her album out and make up for all of the lost time because she believed them niggas when she made that deal right before Diddy's trial, allegedly. And they probably promised her that they would, try to see, if they could work her back out there, get her back out there. They've been letting her do little shows and bringing her around and guesting her,
I
letting her
mean,
come and spit. And
I yeah.
it's goofy. It's real goofy. Like at 50 years old, the last thing you should be worried about is trying to make up for
Get
lost
in with
time. And,
get in with the beat, yeah, second childhood type, yeah.
yeah, nah, like
Yeah.
you should be trying to put
Yeah,
some shit
this
together with Roxanne Shante, MC Light, like
they don't see they don't have that, like, see, that's the thing with this industry. If it's with hip hop, they do us dirty. They get us to think, oh, if it's old, then ain't nobody trying to hear that. No, motherfuckers will go to a. I'll go check out Roxanne Shante if they said she was gonna be, and then you add some other legends too. They feel, oh, that's, like, even a person that's of a certain age don't want to be
we
in the
gotta hurry up and get no, we gotta get on our shit and we gotta get cruelty free pop.
yeah, I know. And I've been working it. We gotta turn it. Yeah, yeah. They don't, but this generation don't want to be associated or affiliated with, like, the old school. And I'm
That's
gonna tell you
fine.
right
Tell
now.
them keep their little crack baby asses over there. They're not invited.
So what I'm gonna suggest though is, even like, we got the Kendricks, the Drake, the J. Cole's. It's
Eh,
time for them. It's time for them to go too. We need fresh new.
Kendrick. See, that's the thing
No,
with
listen.
Kendrick. Oh,
Go ahead.
no, go ahead. I'm listening.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We can only get so much, and like I said, I'm ready for real. MCing, real skill, real artistry. Not saying that Kendrick ain't one, but I'm saying I'm just done with this industry shit. I'm done. We really need to go into the hoods of America and go find the next and just protect them and give them the game and like show them how it moves. And that's what cruelty free is gonna do. But we look, this rigged game, and let me just get back on and spin that real quick because this rigged game, spin that ain't nothing but like you said, payola. You're right. Because if you got a song and it's pretty decent, there's a certain way to work a record now versus how it was back day. And when you were in the game too, it's a certain way that you that you're gonna work it, right?
Yeah, that's changed.
Everything is rigged now. It's been rigged. I was thinking about that back. Like I've been thinking, like 20 years. I've been seeing artists come and go from underground to this to that. Like I've seen, and I see the rig. I see when shit be rigged up. And yeah, no doubt, shit is all rigged, yo. Like, but we need to change that. So I was saying the changing of the guard. It ain't even the changing of the guard. We just need to wipe this whole board clean, and we need
That
new,
part.
fresh. No, we need new, fresh. Like I'm ready for that. Like, who is you? Okay, you dope. Let me give you a platform. Let's get you out there. Like, and that's what we're gonna do. And I'm not gonna speak too much because I already know there's certain people that want to know exactly what we're gonna do so that they can throw a wrench in it and sabotage it.
Yeah, you know how to go. You know what it is.
Yeah, I can tell you one thing we will do once we get the ball rolling. Y'all remember when we used to go to these schools, or well, at least I know when I went to at least when I went to junior high. Number one, AC Green came up to our school. That was hilarious. Like even in junior high, we were clowning him because they were like, "This dude's still a virgin." But that's another story. Um, but we would have these singers and these rappers come, and it was a good, like it was good, but they weren't like they were not like they never. I don't even think no, none of them ever reached the who was it? Maybe that one. It was one group. It was these white girls. They sounded like black girls. I think they had a song called "Never Satisfied." This is back in the '90s. If you know, you know. But we would see like dope artists come to schools, and they still do that to a degree where it's like you
Kinda,
put on a
kinda.
what
They
you
tried to bring
what you
Sexy
say.
Red to the school, and she came up there smoking cannabis.
I ain't talking about sex. No, I ain't hell no. We ain't even talking about none of the likes of a sex. No, not your name ain't gonna be sexy nothing dealing with what we're trying to do. But I think that's a good idea, especially, more positive artists that the kids could like, oh yeah, I like them. Get their numbers up.
Got to stay
Like
away
I
from the
don't want to promote
schools.
no bullshit. Well, not
Unfortunately, you
not
got to stay away from the schools. You can't go to the schools.
well, the
You
way I was
can't.
planning it,
You
the
have to
way I was
create a
planning it.
program. You have to create a program where the children can come, but you cannot go to the schools. The schools are
No, no, no.
compromised.
So no, I got you. Listen. So what I'm saying though is it's okay. I'm really just talking about 18 and up, to be honest, because I'm thinking about the unity. I'm thinking about when I came up. Like I said, back day, there was this thing called Uncle Jam's Army. Check out my documentary. I interviewed a lot of members from Uncle Jam's Army. The guy started doing it in high school. He would do high school dances, and then eventually he bust out and he started doing like basically not the teenage clubs because that was a whole different situation. He basically transitioned it into like where you would go see Run DMC, where you would go see Curtis Blow, where um, and it's of course it's 18 and over. So unity for me was that I went and saw Wu Tang for $5. Shout out to Bigger B. He was a promoter at Loud Records. I know you know Loud Records. I think what did you intern for them or? You was working with them, but
I didn't
um,
intern for that, but I worked with the dudes who was on the street team.
okay, so
I was
that's what they
MCA
did.
first. I was MCA. I was Universal Distribution.
So a guy in Loud Records, he was an A&R. He used to just put on performances, and we saw Group Home for $5. I saw Big Pun $5. I saw RZA and Capadonna $5. Like, and to be 18 and to see that was dope. And I guess the climate was different back then, and plus this was like quote unquote underground, so there was none of the fuck shit. Let me just say it like that. There was none of the bullshit. There was none of the industry. You know what I'm saying? It was like just real good ass times, hip hop, niggas rapping, DJing, all that shit, right? So I'm kind of more or less in the spirit of that, but I don't know if it's gonna be exactly like that. Not the school
It
thing,
can't
no,
be
but
exactly
definitely like
like
you
that. The
said.
times aren't the same.
Well, of course, but that
Yeah,
energy
to
is
find
still
a way to
around.
take the goal is to take the energy of that and find a way to redistribute it to where it works for this time in life, for this era in
Yeah,
life. These kids, you want to know why all of that worked so great for us? Because we didn't have cell phones, we didn't have social media.
yeah,
That exists now. That construct is everything. The question is, how do you find a way to take the grassroots movements that we came up under and turn it into a streaming environment?
yeah,
That's all these kids understand.
yeah, yeah. Well, that's one
Just
thing
gave
we'll
me
have
a
to figure
great
out.
I no, it just gave me a great idea. But I'm not gonna talk about it now.
Okay. Yeah. But yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna figure it out. But also just anyone with good ideas, we got to start doing is really sitting down and incubating. Like a brother just hit me. Um, well, number one, I gotta ask him because I'm very leery of like people just hitting me on the email. But I can tell he's a brother. And he had a really good idea, and I can help him and point them in the right direction. I think that's kind of what we need to really focus on as well. You know what I'm saying? Pointing individuals in the right direction, being able, like you say, the tech side. There's a lot of good ideas that could be cultivated, and they just need to be pushed in the right direction. They need the help. So yeah.
I hear you. National
So that's
consensus.
it.
Get no
What's
goddamn
that?
about record. I said my final consensus on spin that and kiss my black ass.
Yeah, we need to boycott this shit. Like this shit is trash. So like straight up. And y'all know it's fucking trash. Y'all know it's fucking trash. This shit need to be sent somewhere
Can't
up the
even keep
fucking river.
you you can't even keep niggas out of Target for for ooh for product that skips. Like that's where I do understand where India is coming from. Nobody cares, but that's the thing. Just saying nobody cares anymore, it's letting everybody off the hook.
Right, right.
Gotta stop letting everybody off the hook, including ourselves. Just saying nobody cares, I mean that's cool, but it's a very apathetic way of looking at things. which is kind of weird coming from someone who made records that were supposed to be all about hope and overcoming the odds and not being the typical girl and rising above. You know what I mean? Like I don't even think she realized exactly how she played herself. Like her whole career was about, hey, I'm not your average girl from the video. I just want to want the weather from India. I read. Like her whole shit was about not being like everybody else and not giving up hope and fighting against the odds and fighting through it all. And instead, she just
Yeah.
said, I'm very disappointed. Nobody cares. Nobody loves me anymore. Like it just was it.
I
Yeah, that's
mean,
what it was
look,
given.
but that's the problem. When you're industry, you gotta. I mean, you gotta capitulate. You can't stand up on some like, yo, this some bullshit. Fuck this, whoop whoop, because everybody gonna be looking at you like, oh, like I said, I went into an industry meeting and I let them know, I am the culture. I'm for the culture. I'm not with industry shit. Like I talk to real people who are from the culture, and they looked at me like, okay, you know, when you're industry, you gotta, like you say, you're right. Shut the fuck up, or you gonna go along. But yeah, she was getting used. You're right. I look at it now. I'm like, yeah, she was just getting used.
Her name was everywhere, and her message had the smallest impact. The smallest, and her name was everywhere. They turned her into fucking algorithm food. She fed the
Hmm.
trolls this week. She ain't gonna get shit out of it. You know what she's gonna say? See, I told you nobody cares. Look at how they
Mm,
acted. I said what I said, and look at how they acted. That'll be the fall off.
mm.
See, I was right. I was right. I'm disappointed.
Yep. Mm.
See, people don't see this shit from the viewpoint that I be looking at. I be looking from a whole nother level.
Oh yeah, and we appreciate that. We appreciate your perspective.
Like, why say anything? That's all he was going to do. He kept that shit to himself. But hey, you know,
Mm. Go. Hey, go in that go yard bag.
that's fucked up if she got one.
Mm. All right. Well,
Probably got
um,
more
I
kids making that shit.
well again, I didn't said enough. I mean, I wanted to drive that home. It's really just about how the unsuspected, the illegal, the immoral. Like, yeah,
But
yeah,
see,
yeah.
that's the thing. People don't acknowledge what a losing battle it is because sound wins overall. It is the only thing that your mind cannot refuse. That message is in there. That message is in there. And guess what? It might not get everybody, but I bet you it gets 65% of the people.
Hmm.
And I bet you at least 35% of them will end up in jail.
Oh yeah,
So it is what it is.
yeah. Well, if you got your young um, nieces, nephews, look. It ain't even just it ain't it's Gen Z. It ain't even just black. It ain't just hip hop. It ain't just Hispanic.
I tell you
It's
one
all of
thing,
them. Everybody.
my very almost 50-year-old ass, nobody will be playing that bullshit around me. You want to play that shit, you better take it somewhere the fuck else. You can listen to it if you want to, but you won't play it around me. I think too much of my mind.
Yeah, and like you say, the sound you can't run away from. The message is out there. It is what it is. But listen to where I'm coming from. The economy is going. It's going to be tough. It's already tough. It's about to get tougher, especially on Generation Z. So when they got songs like this, and if you don't got it, it don't matter. You ain't you're not looked at upon like you're less or nothing. You just don't got it. It is what it is. That's cool. Ain't nothing wrong with not
No,
having.
that's not this
No,
generation. Not
it,
this
it
generation.
listen. Can let me finish.
I am.
What 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 I'm trying to say is, know deep down. I don't care what this generation thinks. I'm saying know deep down that all that material stuff really don't matter. Straight up, it's material. It's stuff that's made of matter. It don't matter. If anything, what about your spiritual jewels? And I ain't talking about people that just know the Bible. The devil knows the Bible. I'm talking about people who really are good people, good human beings who just are good people. Just because someone, got one of these bags dressed up like this, like you're not a good person. That ain't necessarily a good person. And the material stuff shouldn't make you feel better. It shouldn't make you feel important. It shouldn't make you feel like, oh, okay, yeah, that shouldn't be your confidence. What do they always say? It ain't on you, it's in you. And that goes for
Do you want to know who
the
those things matter
jewels.
to? People like Carisha Brownlee, people who have very, very, very little to offer in life, who are willing to allow themselves to be urinated upon just so that they can ride around in expensive cars and wear nice clothes.
Well, you do got a bunch of girls who done went to Dubai and did the porta potty stuff, which is, but I mean, and that's where I
For
was going to get
money.
at too.
For
That's what I was
money.
about to get at. But that's what I was about to say. Your dignity, your self-respect should be everything. Dignity, self-respect over everything. Because if you don't got that, you ain't got nothing.
You know, I give
So
it to Kendra G. She actually said something once that made sense not that long ago. She said, "You sitting here talking about this man having all this money, but how much money does it take to be able to disrespect you?"
this exactly that. But men or women, I'll say with anybody, you just gonna let anybody disrespect you? Like even a boss. I've had jobs where I said I was like, man, I will knock you the for real because the thing is, you're not gonna call me any old kind of names or treat me any old kind of way and then expect me to still uh, work, perform. Nah, that's you got to have self respect for sure. So when it comes to relationships, and like you said, if a man got money and you only gonna date a man with money, okay, cool. Like she said, how much does it cost for this man to disrespect you?
That's what he
You
gonna
gotta
do.
have self respect. You gotta have
That's
self
what he gonna
respect,
do.
y'all.
That's why he got all of that money. So you'll crawl around on the floor.
Self respect over everything, y'all. For real, for real. Self respect over everything. That goes for anything you're
How,
dealing with
how
in
how
life.
can we get these kids to understand that when you have somebody like Cardi B out there, when you got somebody like Sexy Red out there,
Well,
when you
you
got
know what we gotta
somebody
do.
like Carisha Brown Lee out there, when
You
you
gotta
got
offer them.
artists like Tasha K out there,
Well, what you
when
gotta
you
do is
got
offer them. You gotta offer them the alternative.
see,
I think Elijah
this is the
Muhammad
thing.
said that.
The quality of one's mind. See, we really need to get into talking to these young people. about what they're actually doing to their brains with all of this brain rock entertainment and music.
I called it program music because it's programming you. That's what I called it back then. I did an album called Program Music. That's what it was called. It was programming you. Agree? Disagree?
Oh no, I absolutely agree.
The programming is real.
They're doing what they do. Question is, why let them? Why do
Right.
we let them?
Right. Yeah. That's a good question. Damn good question. Because we shouldn't let them. Number
Sit
one,
up
we
here.
shouldn't
They
let them
say,
take the
"Oh, it's
culture.
harmless. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just a song. It's for fun. It's just a song. It ain't harming nobody. It's not that big a deal. Oh, it isn't. Then why is it number one? Because if it's not that big a deal, it shouldn't be number one. Usually, things that ain't that big a deal ain't number one. You know, I had a scary thought looking at pictures of Northwestern Paris. All of those men that were groping around her and hovering around her. I wonder how many of them saw her mom's sex tape. How many of those men that were busy trying to take pictures of her, put their arms around her, a 13-year-old little girl? How many of them saw her mama's tape with Ray J?
Hmm.
We gotta do better in this world. I promise you we do. We gotta do better.
Yep. That's for sure. But all right. I think I'm done here.
Okay.
Appreciate everybody who stayed in. Who we appreciate the 60 likes. Can I get? We got 67 people. Can I get at least seven more? Appreciate y'all for coming through.
Awesome.
Appreciate Jag. Appreciate you. Who's in the building? My aunt, as usual. Lee Hop. I appreciate the members. LP is here. Um, I haven't been reading the chat. Sorry, I've been looking up other stuff. But no, again, just the best way to do this though is to, if you got the youngsters and they are listening to the stuff, get them to explain to you, like, hey, what do you think of this song? Did you listen to the lyrics? Did y'all really listen to the lyrics? What is these lyrics say to you? And then just get them to understand stuff that's like illegal, like
You
she's
better than me.
encouraging it.
You better than me because I'm gonna throw a shoe at them if they try to play it around me. Tell them get the hell away from me. I don't want to hear that shit.
So, get these young kids to just, you know, open up about what they feel about certain stuff is important. And then you ain't got to change them, like, telling them don't play that. They're gonna turn around and want to play it even more. Plant a seed. That's all I'm saying. You just plant a seed. Like, what does the song really mean? What do you think it
Saying
means?
you got your
I'm
way
not.
and
I'm
I
not.
got
I'm
mine.
not
They try to
talking.
play it around me.
I'm.
I'm gonna stick my foot up their ass.
I'm not talking about you. I got you. That's what you gonna do. You just do what you got to do. I'm just letting the audience know, like if they have youngsters, they could, just plant that seed because that's really what it's about.
In my
You
opinion,
know,
letting young people play that music around you is like just letting roaches run around without stomping them out.
look at all these roaches. You got me. You know what? I gotta. I'm about to do this little animation. Oh man, I'm glad you said that. Look at all these roaches around me every day.
What I look
I
like
just
sitting
need
there
some
letting a
time,
bunch of roaches just
time to
run all
get
over the
away.
place.
All these roaches can't take it no more.
All I can say is every time they listen to that song, they say that Opalaka, Opalaka flock.
Opalaka.
You know, every time the guys will watch all of that weirdo corn stuff around me when we would be on tour and I didn't want to see it and I was supposed to be on the same bus with them, I would start asking them questions about what they was watching and what they was really looking at. And I'm like, now see, as a woman, I understand sitting here looking at all of these male organs. I can understand it. You can't see inside that woman. So what is it that you're looking at? Damn, Jag, man, why you always got me? Why can't you just, man, can we just watch the movie? I just want to know what you're watching. Are you looking at that man? That's all I see.
You got them questioning their sexuality, like
I'm like, I'm just trying to figure it out.
you got them like,
It's not like
damn,
you can
dad.
see inside that woman. It's not like they got a camera in there so you can get off on what it's like inside of there. You can't see nothing but that nigga and his nuts in his ass.
Oh God.
So I'm just
See,
curious. What you looking at? Maybe like, man, Jack, can you just go to the back lounge? Gladly. Gladly.
it was like, Jag, you can't join us in our cruising room.
I don't understand a bunch of grown men sitting around in a circle jerk.
Yeah,
Because
that's I
they're
know.
bored.
I know. That's yeah. I don't get that either.
It's weird.
Look at all these roaches around me
That
every
was the
day.
roots.
Yeah,
Like people
that's
don't
wild.
understand. This industry stuff is wild, man.
Yeah, it is.
Turn you out.
Lost and turned out.
Oh my God.
Lost and turned out.
It's weird. Yeah, people got to start questioning what they put inside their minds. That's all I can say. Care about what's going on in your mind. What you looking at? Why are you looking at it? Why are you so invested in putting your time into this stuff? Like when I think about corn, I don't get it because I would much rather be having the fun myself than watching somebody else. I'm selfish like that. Now you got a whole generation with this gooner stuff. I don't get it.
Well, the Gooners don't get it either. So
And they say it so like casually, like it's normal. So what you do today? Oh man, I was just gooning today. Just sitting there jerking off.
really, they really just say it like that.
I'm just
That's
saying.
wild. That's wild. Really? Stop,
This
stop spreading the
that
gooning
weirdo,
around.
Stormisha Monroe.
He was a gooner.
He was, yeah, he was sitting there talking one day, talking about, yeah, I'm trying to get really, a lot more productive this year. I find myself just sitting around, masturbating when I want to avoid, if I got something to do, I'll just, turn on some corn and masturbate so I don't have to do it. Like, I'm just that's I procrastinate real heavy with that now. And it just, one day I don't even know how long I was doing it. I'm like,
Damn.
nigga,
Procrastinate
it's
with the
something wrong with
masturbate.
you.
That's a new one. They procrastinate with the masturbate. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
He didn't want to do no work or he didn't want to do no this. So instead he just wank.
That's wild. That's literally that's wild.
Like you just cause it's there, huh? You just go and he was
That
talking
is
about this
wild.
with his audience. He was talking about this with his audience. Like there's something
There's
wrong
one
with
thing
these
that
kids.
there's one thing to share, and then there's another thing to overshare.
It's a culture for them. It's a culture for these kids. Like this is you just sit there fiddling with yourself all day long.
Fiddler on the roof, huh? Fiddler on the gooch.
I'm done.
Fiddler on the gooch.
Just like, what's wrong with y'all? Like you couldn't just like binge watch Star Wars or something?
Watch the color purple or something. Shit.
They got The Walking Dead on Netflix. What you do? Just sit around and just tug on themselves all day.
I mean, hey, times is hard, and so are they.
Well, the parents, touche.
All right, y'all. All right. I think I'm gonna do something special for the members tomorrow. So,
Oh, ain't that sweet?
members only. Members only. Yeah, I got to
We need
start
to
just doing members
we need
only.
to do some members only content.
Yeah, we got to
Maybe
start
I'll
really,
do it live. Maybe
start
I'll do the
showing them
members
love.
only live. I do, but a lot of times when I come through, I do it pop up because, well, at least I was doing it pop up because all of the spies didn't want to give them no heads up. Never know who might be in there screen recording.
Oh yeah, of course.
They can handle it. It's behind the paywall if they use it. That's their ass. Uh, I tell you, it's been a cool night. I hope everybody in the chat had a good time.
Yeah, hope y'all had a good time, and we'll be back. Like I said, members only live tomorrow. I think I got something I'm about to do, so let's see how it play out.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Sounds good, y'all. I'll see y'all here tomorrow at the Members Only Live on Set in the West.
All right, y'all. Appreciate you.
Peace.